What it is, folks, it's your homeboy First, back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. This is episode 214 of Put It On Something. Happy to be here with y'all. Okay. Working hard. Still battling through everything. Still caregiving for my mother. Still trying to be an exemplary father, husband, businessman, everything wrapped in one. It's hard, y'all. It's hard. But Madam Vice President, soon to be, Madam President said, hard work is good work. I like that shit. I like that shit. Thank y'all for your prayers. And I want y'all to know I do pray for y'all. Okay. So I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here. Okay. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, that like button, and that share button, and put all of your partners on it. Okay. Put me in those group chats. All right. Put me in those group texts. Put me in those Facebook groups. Wherever the hell you talking about this real shit. Put your homeboy First up in there. You feel me? And also fuck with our sponsor, the King McNeil Collection. That is the King McNeil Collection for all of your fraternity and sorority gear needs. The election is approaching. If you're in the Divine Nine, go to kingmcneil.com or download the app and go get you some gear so you can stroll to the polls. Okay? And tell them First sent you. But yes, y'all, the illustrious Jackson State University defeated Bethune-Cookman this past Saturday by a score of 37-17. Okay. And as y'all know, whenever we win, it is only right. It is only proper. It is only fitting that I strike up the motherfucking band. Let go. Yes. Okay. That's another win for the illustrious. All right. Like I said, 37-17 was the score. And let me go ahead and give y'all my 5 takeaways. Okay. Let's look at first 5 takeaways from this game versus Bethune-Cookman. All right. Number one is simply give Mr. Mulligan the damn ball. That's a bad man. I done told y'all. I've been telling y'all that for 2 seasons now. Okay? The young king got hurt last year. Okay? And he came into this year hurt. All right? But that young motherfucker can run that damn football. Okay? He went for a total of 171 yards on the ground on only 18 carries. I told you I want the boy to get 25. Okay, I want 25 carries. Okay, but he got 18. That's 9.5 yards per carry. Oh, Mr. Travis Terrell, Mr. Electric, by the way. I gotta call that boy Mr. Electric. Play the goddamn electric slide when that boy run. Okay, but we got some motherfucking running backs, man. All right, led by Mr. Mulligan. 9.5 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. My boy should have had over 200 yards. But the referee want to be on some bullshit. Talking about some sideline interference. And TC clarified. First of all, I was so pissed off. I called Zoe. I texted Zoe. I texted Zoe to see if he was at the game to find out what the fuck was going on, okay? Zoe was kind enough to call me and kind of clarify what the fuck had happened, okay? And it's what TC said. Some ref had bumped into somebody on the motherfucking sideline. We should have got a warning. You want to hate on this young man. That should have been a 200-yard game for Mr. Mulligan. Thankfully, our team was resilient, and we still scored on that goddamn drive. Shout out to Jacoby and shout out to, I think that was Mr. Fortillion, who ended up with that particular touchdown on that drive. But y'all, you fucked over my boy, okay? That should have been a 200-yard game. That is a bad man. And I loved hearing his story. I don't love what happened to him, of course. It is gut-wrenching that this young brother lost loved ones to violence out here. You know what I'm saying? In his hometown. I talked about that kind of shit, though. You know what I'm talking about? If you watch my segment from last week about the damn shootout that happened last week around my way, goddamn, it had me in here covering up my mama. Scared that somebody, a bullet was gonna come through the damn house. So for that young man to have that on his heart, first of all, I hope the young king is getting some help to deal with that. If he's like me, I know sports is an outlet and it can be a form of therapy for him. But I hope he's getting some kind of counseling on campus as well. Real talk. I know I have a lot of fun with covering Mr. Mulligan and everything like that, and I turn up for him, rightfully so. But hearing the story of him losing 2 women that he loved to gun violence, that shit was something else. Okay, I didn't know that. So long live your people, young king, and keep doing your motherfucking thing. You feel me? Keep doing your shit. That's how you put on for people you love. You know what I'm talking about? You keep letting them live through you, and you keep elevating them in that way. Their name lives on because of what the fuck you do out there on that field and what you do in your everyday life, what you're doing on campus, what you're doing in the classroom. You know, talking about what you will do for your kids and grandkids in the future. Real talk. So shout out to you, young king. All right. But that's 1. 2, we got to feed the old line. Okay? We got to feed the old line. I can't just talk about Mr. Mulligan or Mr. Terrell. Can't just get enamored with these running backs and not talk about them big hogs up front. So who cooking for them? Hold on. Let me show y'all something. This is why them boys need to be fed. Well fed, okay? Because this is some sexy shit. This is some sexy shit. If you like that old school football, okay? You like that goddamn old school football, then this ought to be sexy to you. Is that not arousing? Okay, that is sexy to me. Look at those rush yards. 349 yards on the ground. See, everybody's enamored with just putting the ball up. But Nick Saban, who done won 50 damn championships in his career, okay, he once said, so many bad things can happen when you put the ball in the air. Real ones remember that earlier in the Alabama dynasty, the quarterback position wasn't even thought of. It was that man's running backs, okay? That's what that man was doing. Run the damn ball and play great defense, okay? Because think about the bad shit that can happen when you put the ball in the air, okay? You can just, the quarterback can have a misread and throw a pick. The damn wide receiver can run the wrong route, leading to a pick. The ball can get tipped, leading to a pick. There could be a strip sack, okay? It could be a great throw, and the motherfucker, the receiver just dropped that bitch. Okay, or it can ricochet and go up and lead to a pick. So much bad shit can happen. Now, can bad things happen when you run the ball as well? True. Okay, but the number of bad things that can happen passing the ball outweigh what can happen when you run that bitch. If it's an incompletion, you stop the clock. You don't get the chance to control the clock. Okay, your offensive line likes run blocking more than they like pass blocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so motherfucking beneficial to run that bitch, and I'd be damn if our offensive line ain't up here eating. They eating 349 yards on the ground, y'all. Huh? And look at what the yard per carry again now. Look at this. I told you that Irv had 9.5 yards per carry. Travis had 10.8 yards per carry. Mr. Matthews had 6.1 yards per carry. Okay. Hell, even when Mr. McCoy came in, he had 11 yards per carry on his runs. That means D-boy blocking like a motherfucker. Like, yeah, we got some explosive guys. We got some guys that can truck your ass. We got some guys that can make you miss. We got some guys with some speed. But if you getting that many yards per carry, that means them big boys, goddamn it, them Cadillac Escalades up front doing something. So feed them boys, okay? Feed them. Feed them. And I ain't just gonna tell y'all to do something without contributing. Let me know. Whoever's doing the cooking, let your homeboy first know, okay? And I will contribute. I will buy them boys a slab of ribs. No, you know what? Thanksgiving is coming up. I will buy them boys a honey baked ham, okay? Do y'all want a honey baked ham or you want a slab of ribs? Somebody from the O-line, DM your homeboy first on Instagram, Twitter, somewhere, and let me know what you want. I will cash out whoever gonna goddamn cook it for you, because y'all fucking deserve it. Keep eating. That's 2. Number 3. Somebody got to be calling these plays. If we're running the ball like that, somebody got to be calling those plays. And the person calling those plays is our coach, T.C. Taylor. Now, I have no idea what the TC stands for, okay? I don't. But I'm going to tell you right now, the way that motherfucker calling these plays, when you're calling plays like that, when you're prioritizing running that bitch and being physical and mauling motherfuckers, that's throwback coaching. I'm going to have to say the TC stands for throwback coaching. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. You ain't got to just throw them motherfucker all around the yard. Yes, if you got the personnel for that. We got all these damn receivers hurting shit. You know what I'm talking about? Jacobian, who I love, Cantan, y'all already know it, you know what I'm talking about? But Jacobian is progressing as a passer. We ain't got Shador. See, they just throw that bitch all around with Shador, you know what I'm talking about? That's what we did. We were throwing that bitch around with Shador. You know, Mr. Wilkinson did run that bitch for us as well. Shout out to Mr. Wilkinson, okay? But out there, Colorado, they throw it around. But even that, them out there, they had to start running that bitch some. You got to run the ball. You got to be able to run the ball. And even when we were throwing the ball around like that, we should do, we did not win the Black National Championship. We didn't. We didn't. Okay? This is the kind of football that will win you a Black National Championship. Control the clock, minimize turnovers, maul a motherfucking team, take their wheel. Just, what beast mode say, Marshawn Lynch? Run through a motherfucking face over and over again. They don't want that. Fuck that finesse shit. This football. Football. All these arguments about football versus basketball. Well, that's the difference. It's the violence. This is violent coaching here. This is violent play calling. This is TC saying, hit him again. Hit him in the mouth again. I like it. That's throwback coaching. TC Taylor, throwback coaching. Shout out to you, coach. That's 3. That's 3. Number 4, whatever y'all are saying to these boys at halftime, go ahead and say that shit at the beginning of the game. Either that or play on my goddamn pregame speeches. Do one of the two, okay? Okay? Because that's 2 straight weeks that we done came out and we let a team look explosive offensively in the first half and then blank their ass in the second half. Okay? Now, on the previous week, I thought we made some big time adjustments. Coach Quinn said we didn't make no adjustments. Okay. So now this week, TC said they made adjustments, but he also said, you gave him a stern talking to. Well, God damn it, we might need to give that stern talking to in the beginning, God damn it. Okay? Whatever you're saying at half, just go ahead and get that shit out the way pregame. Or let them listen to your homeboy first. Because I need y'all to come out and smack motherfuckers around off top. Okay? Go ahead and do that. Smack their ass in the mouth early. So on that back end, we can take boys out, minimize injury risks, and cruise. Okay? That's 4. And 5. Man, shout out to HBCU Go. I loved your presentation. Okay? It was purposeful. Y'all gave us stories. You gave us Irv's story. You gave us Mr. Guthrie's interview. And first of all, Mr. Guthrie, goddammit, he has a future career in politics or business. He gives CEO or senator, not even congressman. He gives senator, governor. I like that young man. Okay. And I'm glad that HBCU Go allowed us to see that. I like that they allowed the young king from Bethune-Cookman to show to give us a playlist. He let us know the playlist of what the fuck they were finna play before the halftime show. I like all that, man. I love, y'all know I love not having to listen to goddamn Jay Walker. You already know that. Now I know some complaining about not being able to find the playback of the game or something like that. And I know that's something that's very accessible when it's on ESPN Plus. I don't know. I just know during the telecast, during the broadcast that I watched live, that shit was amazing to me. Okay. It was amazing. Camera angles, replays, all that shit was standard. I ain't see no drop off from my perspective with that. But everything else let you know that those motherfuckers were happy to be calling that game. ESPN Plus seem like they just be doing it, off the strength sometimes. They just cause hey, y'all black folk need to be happy we even covering this shit. HBCU Go was very purposeful. They enjoyed calling that game. All right. Not saying that Jay Walker and what was, I think Queen name is Tiffany. Not saying that they don't like, hey, they're HBCU people, one from FAMU, one for Howell. I'm just talking about the overall coverage that ESPN Plus gives to the SWAC is lacking sometimes. We damn so didn't get that kind of coverage in terms of telling their stories and the way they cover the band and all that kind of shit. We do not get that on ESPN Plus. Okay, so shout out to HBCU Go. I would love to see all our goddamn games on your shit. Okay, so I hope that y'all continue to grow and prosper. Okay, but that's my 5 takeaways. Okay, from Jackson State's 37-17 win over Bethune-Cookman. Put it on some.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?